Hello, future cohorts. My name is Charlotte, and I'm here today to talk to you about my process as a writing assistant. So, I've always been in love with writing. It's been a huge part of my life in how I interact with the world around me and even how I process emotions. It's a tool that I can use to connect with others and to offer my perspective, and I really think that writing is beautiful and almost magical in that way. I came to the Writing Center here at UW Eau Claire because I knew that I wanted to help others find that kind of spark in their work. But I have a secret for you. Writing Center sessions are actually less about the writing itself and more about connecting with the writer. Now, of course, it's really important to understand how you can best help the people we work with. As writing assistants, it's our job to help writers feel more confident in themselves and their work. Everyone has a unique voice and perspective, but the question is this: how can you help the writer achieve their goals and unleash their potential? That's what we're here for, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. So personally, I always begin a session by introducing myself to the writer and trying to get to know them a little better. Who are they? What are their pronouns? What do they love to work on? Is there anything I should know about them before we get started? Okay, take it this way. It can be really daunting for both you and the writer to look at any work before making a connection. Writing is a really vulnerable thing, and it can be hard to share that openly and honestly with a stranger. Once I've gotten to know the writer, I ask them what their goals are in the session. Maybe they want to look over a draft for structure or grammar, or perhaps they're brainstorming ideas and just need a second opinion. Either way, it's important to listen to what the writer has to say. Most of the time, I even do more listening than talking. Personally, I just think that's a really integral part of helping writers find their voice. For a lot of people, it's easier to say things out loud than to write them. That's why it's great to be part of an open conversation in the Writing Center. Another important thing to keep in mind is that this isn't your average tutor-tutee relationship. While it's true that people come to us to strengthen their writing, it's also true that both you and the writer are still learning and growing. We're all students, and we don't want to establish a power dynamic that makes writers feel anxious or stressed. So be welcoming and compassionate to people in the center. It's so important to help writers feel comfortable enough to be open with us. One of the things that stuck with me most in English 397 is the idea that we as writing assistants wear many different hats. We are students, writers, peers, emotional support, and so much more. One experience I had in particular in the Writing Center reminded me of this. I was working with a writer who was so anxious about their assignment that it really impacted their self-confidence. I showed my support by reminding them that we're in this together and we can take things just one step at a time. By the end of the session, they felt so much more proud of themselves and of their work. It was really empowering to see how much being there to support someone makes a difference. So as you begin your journey in the Writing Center, I implore you to remember that we're not just here to uplift writing. We're also here to uplift people. Bye.